Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Grumpy's LaidBak Carvings. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. We can see it right here. We got another epoxy pour. I actually got two more that are similar to this. Used three colors, but they all mushed in, and we got a bunch of different colors in there now. So let's turn on the noisemakers and see what we can get out of that. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, give me a like, throw me some comments out there. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, thank you, I greatly appreciate it. And all right, let's go. See there, that's the cool thing about my centers. My lathe's on, but we ain't moving, right? Let's tighten this up a little bit. There we go. But as I hang in there, I have to tighten it up a little more each time.
Welcome to Grumpy Shop, where the neon flickers. Aliens whisper, they're loyal slickers. Medication rolled tight, epoxy on the blade. Lay the spinning tails, secrets are made. Grumpy Shop, it's the only spot. Dreams carved in smoke, plans he forgot. Fire in his hands, no master plan. Just a lonely heart and a broken stand. Pain drips slow like resin on the floor. Every roach clip's a battle, every piece a war. The lathe hums low, a song only he knows. Grumpy sorrow, in the dark it glows. Aliens tap on the window, green eyes wide. Grumpy, they say we know what you hide. Grumpy Shop is the only spot. Dreams carved in smoke, plans he forgot. Fire in his hands, no master plan. Just a lonely heart and a broken stand. Lathe spins faster, time falls apart. Every twist, every turn, a piece of his heart. The aliens laugh, they've seen it all before. Grumpy's lost the map, but he's begging for more. Grumpy's in the shop, lathe spinning like a carousel. Epoxy roach clips, trying to send them through the mail. Aliens lurking, their beams on the creep. Pain meds kicking, but the grind don't sleep. Dust clouds rise and choking out the daylight. Therapy's a grip in the cosmic fight. Hold the tools extra tight. Alien beams, cosmic light. Made in pain, rolled in spite. Grumpy's craft keeps the world upright. Lay the hums heavy, like a beast growling low. Wood chips flying in a galactic glow. 3 fingers stiff, but the force says no. The craft's a sermon, let the epoxy flow. Cosmic whispers, they can't snatch his pride. Spaceships hover, but he won't hide. Dust in his lungs, but the heart beats wide. Grumpy's work, his tether, his guide. Hold the tools extra tight. Alien beams, cosmic light. Made in pain, rolled in spite. Grumpy's craft keeps the world upright. light. Made in pain, rolled in spite. Grumpy's craft keeps the world upright.
Grumpy's hand spinning, wood chips in the air, epoxy roach clips, craftsmanship rare. Aliens creeping, silver suits glare, paint meds roll tight, dust everywhere.
Grumpy's grind, holding tools so tight. Lathe spin slow in the cosmic light. Aliens watching, but they can't sway. Grumpy's workshop keeps them at bay. Grumpy's grind, holding tools so tight. Lathe spin slow in the cosmic light. Aliens watching, but they can't sway. Grumpy's workshop keeps them at bay.
Lathe hums low, rhythm in the grind, shavings on the floor, patterns in the mind, cosmic therapy, galaxies unwind, tools sharp enough to split space-time.
Subscribe to the vibe, the sawdust way. Aliens lurking, but Grumpy won't sway. Turning the chaos, shaping the clay. A roach clip revolution every day. Grumpy's grind, holding tools so tight. Lathe spin slow in the cosmic light. Aliens watching, but they can't sway. Grumpy's workshop keeps them at bay. Grumpy's grind, holding tools so tight. Lathe spin slow in the cosmic light. Aliens watching, but they can't sway. Grumpy's workshop keeps them at bay.
Alright, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Grumpy's LaidBak Carvings. We're in the box working on this epoxy roach clip here. This is number 2 out of these colors. Video that dropped last was number 1, of course. I have number 3 turned. I have to tie it like I'm doing number 2. And then I thought I only had 3, but I poured 4 of these, so I'll have 4 colors, or 4 of these colors total. Right now we're working on number 2. So hope everybody's having a great day. If you're new to the channel, hey, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, I greatly appreciate the support. So with all that being said, let's get with it. There's the old herbal medication. We've been on our feet most of the afternoon turning them 2 clips. I turned 2 of them today. I got to adjust my lathe table and get it lower to where I can sit in a chair and do my turning. I'm gonna try to get me a tall adjustable bar stool with a low back, something that I can support my back in. I can stand for a little while, but that's where it gets me. I can't stand as long as others can without it starting to affect my leg, my lower back, sciatica, and everything is really jacked up going down my left leg. So the longer I'm up, the more my left leg goes to just pounding. Feels like somebody's got it in a vice trying to snap it in half at my shin bone. Enough for me. This Grumpy's crazy over shit. But alright, here's our thread. We got 1, 2, 3 good pulls. Let's see, what's up? I need to go to. Oop, I need the clip. Don't lose that. Damn it, we lost it. Alright. There's the end of it. Set that right there. Yeah, get the clip out. Gotta have the clip, right? Alright. Let's start off at clips from factories, and it's pretty square. That's why I take my tool. It's kind of rounded a little bit. It don't round the edges, but it stretches that square out some, so it wraps around the stick better. Alright. turned this one pretty good this time. I don't have to shave it down any. Just get it set up in there and take your tool.
Lathe spinning like a carousel, epoxy roach clips
Kind
trying
of
to send
fold
them
it
through
up
the
against your
mail.
clip.
Aliens lurking their beams on the creep, pain meds
Shape it in there. It takes practice, experience, or whatever, clipping these clips on without boogering it up. If you pinch it too hard, you're gonna split the stick. You slip off that metal too hard trying to crimp that side, you're gonna split the stick. that's the key thing you're trying to avoid, is splitting that stick. When you hear that pop, that's it. Slid off that metal just right. But as soon as it did, I let off the pressure as quick as I could, because I can't tell how much pressure I put on here half the time anymore. So that's where I have to put on my I can see glasses and really watch what I'm doing. I go by watching and sound. If I hear that click, I let go as fast as I can. So far, I've only boogered up one stick by smashing the end, by pushing too hard and coming off. I've gotten lucky. I've just been clipping them so damn long. Alright, that one is great. It worked out good. I do need to switch glasses real quick, y'all. I need my reading glasses on so I can see this thread good. Alright. That works. Alright, I take my big old finger and I try to hold that tail down. And then I start to wrap. So I kick it at an angle like that, hold it back. That way you make the first. Oops, they're gonna pull through. Kick back in an angle like that, and then when you start wrapping, you string up about the second or third wrap, you start to catch that string and it'll hold itself in place. Easiest way to explain it. And then I just take and make sure it's all bunched nice and tight when I start, so I don't have no big gaps. And then I just work my way down and cover that metal clip up the best I can. And as I do that, if that tail's not too long, then you can just wrap that thread and cover that tail as you come across too. Most time it's too daggone long for my liking, and I end up burning it all. Alright, right here you hear it popping. The thread's jumping off of the clip, hitting the wood, and the clip's up a little bit higher than the wood, you know, from the thickness of that metal. So I wrap down that stick a little bit, and making sure my thread's not knotting up behind me. But I wrap down that, and once I wrap so far, I'll come all the way back up, wrapping that stick, and that'll build that thickness up to about the same size of that clip. And then right here, once you go back over, you don't have no huge bump or lump in your thread. It's all somewhat uniform and smooth. That's what I like tying like this, is trying to keep it as slick as I can and as tight as I can.
Welcome to Grumpy Shop, where the neon flickers. Aliens whisper their loyal.
Once I'm back at the top, my fingers aren't wanting to do good today. That's how I stood up and done 2 sticks. Standing and doing the sticks, you would think that don't mess with my neck, but I have to tilt my head down, looking down at the lathe, and that boogers with my neck. Alright, this is what I dubbed the pigtail puller.
resin on the floor. Every roach clip's a
Wrap
battle,
it up
every
here.
piece a war.
You want it good and tight, but you don't want it super tight. Like I said 1,000 times, if it's too tight, you won't get your thread to pull through without it breaking your thread. Again, this part here, it's experience, and the more you do, the better you get used to how to wrap that up. But I spaced that out like that just to hold that puller down straight, and then I'll take and work my way back up the stick, and I try to go slow and just use my fingers and pull that angle and try to steer that thread back up the stick and keep the spacing just right to where it's filling in my gap. This is where I need the I can see glasses. It helps. I hope everybody's doing good. My wife's just now getting over COVID. She had COVID. Well, it started with when the grandkids went back to school, I guess. That's when it all starts for everybody, right? The littles start getting exposed to all the littles, and all the germs start catching up. My granddaughter got sick with COVID, and my daughter working, and then my wife working from home that day, went and checked her out of school when she was sick. She had her fever, and brought her home to lay up. I guess that's when my wife got exposed to it the most. I was too, which is surprising. I'm lucky, knocking on wood, it didn't get me or my son. But it definitely got my wife, my granddaughter. Like I said, it got my granddaughter first, and then my daughter was, it worked its way through them first. Alright, I'm trying to unwrap this string here without dropping it and letting go of the black string, because then that'll just spin loose, and I don't want that loose. Like I said, that's the main goal right there, is to try to get that as tight as you can, but that pigtail still pull through. But anyway, granddaughter, then my daughter, and then my wife. I got lucky at passing me and my son. My wife, we are old enough that we didn't get the chickenpox vaccine, and so we had chickenpox. And they say once you've had chickenpox, you're exposed to being able to have shingles. And we're not old enough for the shingles vaccine that you see on TV. Pharmacists want you to be 50 years or older unless your doctor approves it. Long story short, COVID and stress caused my wife to break out on some shingles. And so now she's healed up from COVID, but she's trying to heal up from that now. So yeah, it's been a week or two. So I hope everybody's doing okay, or at least as okay as they can be doing. Alright, that wrap right there, that's not bad. I used most of my string that time. That right there, you don't want that longer than what your wrap is right there, or it's going to stick through once you pull your string on through. Now, what I've been doing, because I have been wrapping this too tight, and if I wrap this around my fingers and try to pull it, it's so tight this thread tries to cut into my fingers. Excuse me. So I've been choking it up on a pencil like that, so it don't slip off the pencil, and then I pull through. There you go. Another tight one, and the pigtail puller didn't break. Thank you, Matthew. I was breaking my string left and right here lately, because like I said, my nerves is getting a little worse, and so I've been breaking all my strings, and he suggested me getting some of that braided fishing line. That works out pretty good. If I could find the stuff a little bit thinner than this, I would like to try to use it like Mr. Todd said, to wrap the end right here. But I need it thinner than what this is right now. This right now is just a touch too thick for what I'm used to using, but it works. And it's strong enough. And that's the thing too, is I need it strong but a little bit thinner. I had a mix. It was like a cotton nylon mix for years on a normal size spool. And it was perfect, and I finally run out of that. But the stickers are wore off of it, so I don't know exactly what it was. I had to order anything like it again. Alright, y'all, I'm babbling good today. Sorry about that, y'all. Super glue time. Alright, get all this dry glue off. Alright. Once I get my stick wrapped tight, that is good. It ain't going nowhere. It's on there. And that's when you can straighten it too if this is bent a little crooked from crimping it, because sometimes when you put your clip on there and you crimp the metal on there, it'll bend the end of it around. Wait until you get it like this and then straighten it out. But it's pretty straight, so I'm gonna glue it now. I'm taking, put enough super glue on here. Try to do it slow enough that it'll soak into your thread. That's kind of why I like that cotton mix. It soaked in real good. But do it slow enough for it to soak in. Then I take a toothpick and I spread it around. I don't really want to get it on the wood, but I want it to get all that thread. So you get it just on that edge and it'll soak in and seal it all. But that's what I'm trying to do, is seal up that thread. Thought about using UV epoxy, but the super glue is a little bit cheaper than that UV epoxy. Or that UV resin. I'll save that for my projects. And I got a drip on the bottom of this that's trying to fall off. That's why I'm trying to hold it over that little hole in my draft table there. But I'm spreading that stuff around, rotating that stick, walking it around as I call it, so it'll soak in as good as it can. Once I do that and I'm satisfied that I've gotten all the thread, if I have too much glue on there still, I'll just take a little piece of paper towel, touch on there and spin, and that'll pull the excess off to where it's not about to drip off. And then it'll dry a little quicker too. Because I've had the bad luck of it dripping right here and me not seeing it, and I do what I just did, set the stick down, and then I'll pick it up and there'll be a daggone chunk of white on there off of my table. Turned out good. I like the swirls in this one too. I gotta be careful with that stick, so it's taking it a minute to dry. With that being said though, let's see if we can see any glow into this one. I didn't put the pigment in the stick when I did this because I used so many different mica powders, and the real heavy glow powder that I like is a different coarse grain of the mica. It's just thicker, and so it doesn't suspend as good. It wants to sink, and so I didn't put as much of that in there. I'm still learning that one a little bit, so this one don't glow as bright as the others, but it does have some glow to it, just not as much. We'll get the next batch we pour, it'll be brighter. But this one is very awesome in the light. All that mica's got like a metallic kind of glitter swirl to it, so when you look at this one in the light and you see it all swirl up. It's pretty awesome. I do like it. Alright, thank you for watching, putting up with my babble. Please like, subscribe, comment. Check out my description. I'm gonna have a link for Spike Williams' fundraiser in there. That man's still trying his best to get into a power chair, so if we could, donate or share the link. Appreciate everybody watching. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.